Welcome back to the Real Estate Rundown with Richard Neese, where we help good people get to a better place. We appreciate you guys tuning in. We're in segment 3, the last segment of the day, and we just want to emphasize that the main purpose of the Real Estate Rundown is to add value. We want to give you information. We want to help you become a more knowledgeable home buyer, home seller, or if you're in the house of your dreams right now, we just want to be able to provide value. I'm not going to say we're HGTV by any means, but we're trying to help people, especially locally, because there's a big difference between real estate in California and real estate in Coleman, Hartselle, Arab. So we appreciate you guys tuning in. We always like to give shout outs for the people that make it happen. We've got several sponsors. I know you guys have seen some of the clips from before, but we've got Dominic Gill with Social Media Visual here. Give a quick shout out, Dominic. Let people know you're still here.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We're here on 92.1 WKUL, and anyways.
Yeah, we're trying to help good people get to a better place. We do that in a lot of different ways. Not only do we have this radio show, which we're pushing out to tons. I think it's 4 counties that they're touching right now. We also have a strong social media presence in Instagram and Facebook. You can follow us on Facebook, where we put out content not just about homes. We have a Monday morning motivation where we're trying to help people. We're trying to get them motivated for the week, get a little bit of motivation and direction, because it's not just about home sales. We really do believe in helping good people get to a better place in all aspects. And a great point on that is we were talking to a couple that had moved here from Louisiana, actually talking to them today. And not only did we talk to them about a pre-approval, we got them in a rental because they weren't quite ready, but we also found a job. We actually got a contact for a job that was available because they just moved in here and one of them didn't have a job, so they're going to end up having employment because they came and talked to us, and it'll all work out. Like I said, we really just want to help folks every way we can. We're going to get back into our segments. The next segment we're going to talk about is how to get your home ready for sale. And this is there's a lot of content out there on prepping your home, staging it, doing this, doing that. But the biggest thing is, and I firmly believe this, is you need to call a real estate agent first. If you want to call me, I'm easy to get a hold of at the Richard Neese team, 256-708-1511. But the biggest thing is you want to have a professional in your corner, and you want to have another set of eyes that look and see, hey, this is how the market is going to see your house. Because I live in my house, I love my house, and I think it's worth $1 million, but in reality it's probably not worth near that. So you have somebody come in, a third party, and they say, look, you need to clean up the landscaping. And landscaping is a huge thing. Wouldn't you agree, Dominic?
Absolutely. Curb appeal is the first thing people are going to see whenever they're looking for a home. When they're looking at the listings, they're going to judge a house by the exterior. So remember that first thing is that it does matter on the outside. People do judge books by its cover.
That's right. You can have a finished out home, great condition on the inside, but if the shrubs are messed up, if the lawn hadn't been cut, the first thing they think of is, man, what's going on inside that house if the front of the house looks like this? And I'm going to go ahead and tell you guys, I hate mowing grass, and that's why I hire people to mow it for me. But the biggest thing is you want to have the curb appeal there. And I would say that the next thing that you start talking about, and I use this for all of my listings, is the pictures. Whether you list it for sale by owner with somebody else or with me, the pictures are very, very important. With the pictures, that's what they see through Trulia, Zillow, all these other places, Realtor.com.
It's the first impression that they're going to get on
right.
your house, and that's the most important thing, is to always make a great first impression.
That's right. I've literally had listings that were listed for a year before. I had professional photography come in. The people saw it, liked it, came in, put an offer in on it, that they had been looking over that house for weeks and months because the pictures weren't very good. I learned a long time ago that I'm a professional realtor and not a professional photographer, so I hire people to do that for me. You really need a crew of professionals that can help you, especially in the real estate industry. But we talked about curb appeal, we talked about pictures. You want to make sure you call an agent.
And paint on the exterior as well. If you got chip paint somewhere in the gables, on your shutters, in your door, you understand the importance of painting your door, making sure that door is fresh. It's a cheap thing to do. You're probably going to spend about $15 on paint just to repaint your door. Make it a color that pops, so when people look through the pictures, they see that door will stick out to them. And you don't know how many times when I was going through listings with buyers, and they always have that one person who says, "Oh, look at that door, that's so cute."
You're exactly right. And there's other things on the exterior you can look at too. You want to have your driveway pressure washed and looking clean. You want to make sure that you don't have any rotting wood around the exterior of the home, because those things just set off indicators that maybe this house isn't as cared for as I think. So you want to take all of that away and make that first impression, that first experience, that one that says, you know what, I can see myself living here. And that's what I want to do. Let's go ahead and move forward, because if we're holding up because there's rotted wood or something like that, maybe they never even come inside. Maybe it's just a drive-by. So those are huge, huge details.
And something else just to consider, it's not a huge deal on it, but we all sports fans. I know we all love our
That's
teams
right.
and stuff,
That's right.
but outdoor sports memorabilia, it can potentially turn off a buyer. You're not trying to sell your team to another team, the same team. You want to appeal to all people. So if you have your team broadcast in your front yard, that's great. Good show of spirit and everything, but you're out to sell your house.
That's right, and that's the biggest thing. People get caught up in that, and I'll say this is across the board, whether it's team sports, Alabama, Auburn, LSU. We got an LSU fan in here. Don't hold it against him. But you've got that stuff, but you also have literally, kind of a hunting memorabilia. Whether it's deer racks or whatever you want up, your trophies. Those things can have an effect too, because you don't know what kind of background the other folks are coming from, and that's a huge thing. I know you love it, but if you pull it down and put something else a little different in there, something neutral. I mean, you're not going to leave your house bright pink or black or something like that. You're going to have a neutral color. So do the same with your trophies. Go ahead.
Now, the holiday decorations, that's completely different. That would actually probably be a plus in my opinion. Just because it shows the festivity, and whenever you're during those holiday seasons, whether it's 4th of July, the Christmas holidays, and any holidays, and your yard's decorated for it does attract more attention. So I'm going to go on a limb and say, me personally, I think those are perfectly fine, but not for pictures.
I
need to
agree.
be neutral for the pictures.
I agree, and and plus, if your listing stays on the market for a long time, and you've still got those Christmas pictures up, and it's July. That's a negotiating point for that buyer's agent. They're going to say, hey, this thing's been listed for a long time. They've still got Christmas pictures and stuff up. So that's another thing to think about. And then I know this is a touchy subject, but, there's a lot of folks that leave religious items out, and it's just kind of overwhelming. That's something you always want to kind of depersonalize so that they can see themselves in the house. I'm not saying you hide your Bible, but what I am saying is any extra stuff that you got, if it's something you can pull down and make it more neutral, that's going to really help the sale of the home, because you don't know the background of the people coming in, and we all want to save souls. I understand that, but if your goal is to sell the house, then there's small things that you can do to kind of bridge that gap and help it to be more appealing for the potential buyers that come in. And I've actually had houses, going back to the sports stuff, I've had houses where buyers come in, they're strong Auburn fans, and they don't even consider the house because it's covered in Alabama stuff. Alabama pictures, and Alabama this, and Alabama that. So you wouldn't believe how strong that is in our area. So just make sure you kind of depersonalize and take it down, because you want them to see themselves in that house. So that's our biggest goal, is to help good people get to a better place. You got anything else on that topic, Dominic?
No, I agree. I mean, it's on the sports side. That's definitely, it's a touchy subject. We all know it in this area, so don't take it personal on that, because most of us do. I'm sure I probably would too.
That's right.
But just keep in mind, the goal is to sell your home. This is when you make that decision to sell your home, it's no longer yours at that point. Yeah, you're living in it, but
Yep.
you really need to treat your home like it's going to be somebody else's, and just treat it with that kind of care and keep that in mind.
That's exactly right. And that just makes me come back to what we were talking about. The first point is bring an agent in. Bring an agent in and let them look at it, because they're going to be able to take that third-party approach and say, these are the things that we need to do to get your house sold. And the last thing I want to hit on is, I know that most folks keep a very clean house out there, but I strongly, strongly recommend to have a professional cleaning service come in and clean up the house before it hits the market. You wouldn't believe the feel, or you wouldn't believe how many houses sell on the feel and the smell of the house as soon as you walk in. So that's probably going to be my last tip of the day. We want to thank you guys for tuning in. We appreciate it. We're going to continue to be on Saturday mornings at 10 a.m. I hope you guys keep tuning in. And remember, with the Rich and East team, we just want to help good people get to a better place. Y'all have a great day.